Tracking and stabilizing become really important when we need them, whether we need to stabilize a particular shaky clip or we need to track something moving across the screen. This chapter will help you understand the basics of this technique so that you can better use it with your work. Let's go ahead and navigate to our project panel and double-click on an empty space. Go to Chapter 9 of your Project Files folder and import a clip called Shaky Motorcycle. Drag it to the new comp icon, and let's do a RAM preview. Let me zoom in a little bit. And there you go. It's a little bit shaky, but we're going to greatly improve that. What we need to do is we need to stabilize this shot. Go ahead and right-click the layer and choose Stabilize Motion. The layer now opens in the Layer panel, and we see a track point 1 right there. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Remember, it's the mouse scroll wheel. And we need to track with this little point here in the middle of these squares. Let's go ahead and move that. To move it, make sure that the mouse looks like a black arrowhead with a black cross-like symbol right next to it. If it looks white like that, you won't be moving the whole thing. So make sure that it looks like this, and let's go ahead and drag it to the back wheel. Use the hand tool to position better. And what we're looking for is a contrasting point that will be considered static. In other words, what's shaking is the camera. It's not that the motorcycle is moving. Let's just go ahead and position that a little bit better, and there you go. What these rectangles mean is that we are really looking for 1 pixel. We're tracking 1 pixel. And if After Effects looks for that pixel all over the image, it's really going to take a long, long time to do. Not only that, it won't be too accurate. So this determines the area in which After Effects is going to be looking for that pixel. Let's go ahead and start tracking. Let me move the CTI all the way to the beginning, and let me reposition this. And there you go. As soon as you chose Stabilize Motion, the Tracker Controls panel opened here. Let me go ahead and move it by clicking on the grip and drag it to on top of the project panel. And there you go. We can see it a little bit better here. We're working on Tracker 1, and we're going to stabilize. All we need to do is analyze the clip. Make sure that the tracker took. So just analyze 1 frame forward. And notice the little cross there in the middle, moving with the clip, and that's good. And go ahead and just analyze forward. And as it does that, make sure you watch that tracking point like a hawk. And that's good. I won't do the entire thing. Let me go ahead and end the work area right there. Right-click, trim comp to work area. After I have my tracking data already stored, all I need to do is click Apply. It's going to ask me if I want to apply it just to the X or just to the Y or both. Well, this kind of sort of needs both, so I will leave X and Y and click OK. Go ahead and do a RAM preview. And it is much, much better. What is happening is that there are a whole bunch of keyframes now added to the anchor point of the layer. If you want to stabilize this again, because maybe it's not good enough, let's go ahead and select the layer and pre-compose. It's Shift Control C or Shift Command C. Make sure that Move All Attributes is selected and click OK. Right-click, Stabilize Motion. And this time, track type stabilize, but select rotation. That will give you 2 tracking points. Let's go ahead and move these to the same point as before. And I think there's a little contrasting point right there on that panel in the back of the motorcycle. And that's pretty good. Notice that my CTI is no longer at the beginning. That's because I was RAM previewing this. But I can analyze backwards. So let me just go ahead and go 1 frame back. And it actually is doing a pretty good job. I'm just going to analyze it like that, play it. I'll select the layer, press the letter U to see where it was that I started, and it was somewhere around here, and now I'll just analyze forward. Sometimes the clip is easier to track if you analyze it backwards, so keep that in mind. Once you're done, just click on Apply, click OK because you want dimensions X and Y. RAM preview it. And it's still not perfect. I would have to go 2-3 more times, but you get the point. It's much, much better than the original. Let me go ahead and play the original. Let me grab the original clip. And this is the original. All right, if you need to mask this, because obviously we see now transparency right there, go ahead and pre-compose it and draw a mask on the layer.